Hello guys and welcome to the review for the Forza Horizon 4. Nearly 2 years ago I reviewed the Forza Horizon 3, which is already deleted from my channel for, well, let's say some copyright reasons, and I said that I found it to be very surprising to the path of the other racing games were going. It was just a game that offered the great fun time behind the wheels and some fantastic cars, and a beautiful representation of Australia. The more I played it, the more I wanted to visit Australia and to see a little bit of it. But now the Forza Horizon 4 comes in with the Britain. Oh god. Beauty is truly a very huge selling point of both Britain and Forza Horizon 4. Very rarely game has captured the truly changer nature of this wet and windy place in the world. A place with the more character per square inch than in other places I've had fortune of visiting. It's really something that the game has admirably captured in all 4 seasons, from the cold chill winter and finishing with the colors of the autumn on the trees beginning to shed with their leaves and the world starts to change. Anyway, let's speak more about the game. I actually find it, in the case of the racing games around and noticing difference, there are 3 distinct seasons: autumn, winter and with spring and summer combined. Indeed, from my experience with the game, spring and summer are actually interchangeable. You may see few cosmetic changes as the few trees are still getting their leaves back and the other weather might be slightly wetter. True, from my experience, I didn't hugely see the difference. So, for some sake of agreement, let's call it 3 seasons. The changing of these seasons run in through quite rapidly, with the start of the game acting as a sort of the tutorial. As you start, it's the same Forza you know and love. The roads are easy, fields and trees, lush, and deer narrowly avoiding surface of the bonnet of your Jaguar. Advancing through the seasons, you can come to the real game changer, winter. So, now makes you purchase even the regular street more of the challenge. Your Pagani Zonda becomes the world's most expensive paperweight, but the world is different. A race you did before now offers a new challenge and possibly a new shortcut to victory. Shortcuts are one thing that I absolutely love about the Forza Horizon 4. The changing of the world, freezing water, how cars interact with every pass of the land your wheels touch the make, freedom, and even expensive of the open Forza Horizon 3 didn't manage. One perfect example is later stunt driver task. I was constantly running short of achieving top marks because I was following the road. The game actively tells you to stick to the tarmac. Leave it for 10 seconds and you failed. Fortunately, there is a huge chunk of land that you can skip right over around 8 seconds. It cuts your overall time down by less than 30 seconds, making get to the top marks are much easier. This is still an arcade racing game and the hard and such as you're able to hypercars and the mountains in the real life can barely make it over a speed bump due to their low ground clearance. Still, every little aspect that makes one car different to the next car can be felt here, particularly when you're going into modifying your cars, further changing them and speculating them to your needs or preferences. Another fantastic aspect is that each car has their own skill tree. You may assume that using one car by the time will build up the tree in the singular car. That isn't the case. Almost everything you do in a car isn't driving is straight line with generate points, as in previous titles. Keep your fans or destructive driving and you'll generate a combo. When it ends, your points are totaled up and generate a global skill points that can be used on any car you like. It's particularly useful as getting points in the PIL P90 is insanely difficult. Everything also adds a personal fleet and your fleet of the vehicles you must be stored in biggest garage of the world. Certainly not in the houses you can buy or business your own. It's what is land that makes the difference. A lesson that the crew could have totally taken down to the prior of developing the game. While you have some busy work here, in form of 200 various bounds to smash, everything else can actually feel like it has the purpose and more meaning than increase your influence to unlock more stuff. That is more of a core aim, progression, but everything has a narrative behind it, even if it sometimes is just show how good you are, with a bit of flavor dialogue to get you started. This is even a true series of activities you do for a streamer, where the sale goals increases your following up by the racing on their stream to increase your following. Technically speaking, on the PC, Forza Horizon 4 is the new flawless. It runs perfectly and has a full support for any resolution you can throw at it. It even requires less of your hard drive than the Forza Horizon 3, despite looking so much better. The only thing I did notice is the ultra settings. It hogs the RAM like a monster. The most I've seen is just to use under 200 of GB. With Forza Horizon 4, there is a sound argument to be made that the playground game have honored their craft near perfection. While there is little doubt of the core gameplay from Forza Horizon 4 hasn't fundamentally differed from other previous outlinings in Australia, the inclusions of seasons, the improvements in graphical fidelity, and the other sheer quality content lets it surpass the previous Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon 4 is my favorite and arguably the best game that you can play from the racing games right now. Forza Horizon 2 is nothing short of fantastic, with the host of the content backed by a fantastic roster of the cars, tread the fine line between the arcade and simulator perfectly. While the argumented the UK may be a little bit too pricey not to completely reflect reality, it's such a stunning and enjoyable place to race around that any issue that you washed away in your ultra fun having it. Forza Horizon 4 is without a doubt is the pinnacle in the series and arguably the best game you can right now buy on the market. Thank you everyone for sticking with me on this review, and I'll see you in the next one.